It was earlier this month when a pretrial detainee housed in one of the domes at the Department of Corrections Mangilao compound tested positive for active tuberculosis.
And that's what triggered us up here, the Mangilao compound, was to launch an investigation into the matter, which we can get a site of where this individual was housed at, mainly at the dome area, or was he transported to a different unit inside it, and that prompted the director to make a decision to test everybody.
As we first reported on primetime last night, out of the 200 people who took skin tests this week, 60 tested positive for TB. 51 were detainees and inmates, while 9 were correction officers. Over the last 24 hours, these positive reactors have been sent to Guam's radiology to undergo chest x-rays. Aside from waiting for the additional results, DepCor is even more concerned because those who tested positive came from different domes at the compound. Furthermore, the detainee who tested positive for active TB entered the Mangilao facility in October of last year, but did not become ill until earlier this month. Using this information, Internal Affairs is trying to identify a baseline of containment, how long this individual was in the immediate area, and who he was in contact with. The dome is the housing unit for pretrial and contempt of court detainees, serving 10 to 20 days.
So we're basing ourselves to how many people within that span from October to present were in and out of the DOC compound.
He says CDC and the medical director will be left to handle previously detained individuals, as DOC is concentrating on the Mangilao facility to determine whether they will need to test the other satellite units in the compound. He adds that the CDC will also determine when the pretrial detainee actually contracted TB.
A person can test positive earlier this year, but then can turn negative in PPD reading. It's further determined with further tests, like x-rays. And then after that, do they have symptoms of tuberculosis?
According to Limo, that is also being looked into by Internal Affairs. The investigation will also look into the officers that were assigned to the posts between October and present to see if they displayed any signs of illness. He does confirm that when the pretrial detainee first entered the facility, he tested negative on his PPD during the 10-day screening process. In the meantime, those who have since been tested positive are being separated from other detainees and inmates. Additional skin tests for everyone else at DepCor is scheduled for later this month. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Jolene Tovis.